And I strongly feel like they are just incompatible people. So with the Empress, 8 of Wands, and 6 of Cups, I definitely see, and I've seen this before, I see another woman in the picture. I have for some time. I don't think he's going to act on it. I do think he has feelings for her. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome back to No Light Time. My name is Holly. So grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I am doing an update on Justin Bieber. I've been asked to do this a lot, so I'm just doing what is requested. If you are a member, I automatically make a request. If you have it, write it down in the comment section. And yeah, I love to hear what you have to say, but please be respectful. Also, please like the video, subscribe. Please make sure you are subscribed. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. They've been doing that, you know, so yeah, welcome. So let's get into it. I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm doing Justin Bieber, like I said. You know, when I was shuffling the cards, by the way, I'm using the Crystal Magic Tarot. I just want to show you. When I was shuffling the cards, I got the energy of feeling torn. And usually I actually, like when I shuffle the cards, if a card pops out, I never really look at that card because I feel like I like to get a clean deck, which if you want to learn more about tarot, I have a membership for that. But I never really look at that card. And I looked at the card this time and it was the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is about releasing something and letting go. So as I kept that in mind, I reshuffled the cards and I just got this energy of like feeling torn between two people, two things, you know? So with the 3 of Swords, Knight of Coins, and 8 of Coins. Coins in the traditional deck is Pentacles. I got the sense here that he feels as though some of his money, I just dropped my card, but it's okay. Some of his money is tied to his relationship. And he can't leave. And I have said this for many times. I mean, I've said this for a long time. I do not think that they are meant to be together. I think that they are each other's lesson. I think every relationship is a lesson, you know. He's a Pisces, Sun of Pisces. She's a Sun in Sagittarius. And I feel like both signs have the propensity to not be honest about how they truly feel. So I did see him like backing off. I see them both hanging on. In fact, I feel like a lot of Sun and Sagittarius that I've seen, that I've dated, they'll hold on to the very end, you know. I don't know if you guys have had a Sun and Sagittarius in your life. Same thing with Pisces. They hold on to relationships till the very end. And they'll often like distance themselves. You know, I don't want to stereotype zodiac signs, but I strongly feel like both signs are the type of signs that they'll stay in a relationship even if they don't have sex anymore, even if they don't, and you go through periods, you know, dry spells, but year-long type situations where they're not happy with each other, but they're just around each other because they have to be, especially 8 of Coins if money is involved. So with 6 of Coins, I see him getting out more, doing more charity type stuff. 6 of Coins about giving. And as he starts to do that, underneath the deck, he starts to learn King of Cups more about himself. I did predict, I don't know, I'm so short of breath today, but I did predict, like I said, I predicted that they would break up. Strongly predicted that. And I also did predict that he would go check out my lives from I did last year. I did a lot of lives last year. In fact, I had a troll come in, probably a Hailey Bieber fan. And I predicted that there's some kind of dark magic that she's using against him. I think that might be what's stopping him from propelling. But like I said, Sun and Pisces do have a propensity to stay in relationships that don't suit them any longer, but they just stay. Let's see. After relationships, I want to move on to career about him because I feel like some of this is really tied to his career. And I feel like, you know, it wasn't easy for him, and I've said this before. I feel like a lot of his image recently, the letting go of that bad boy image has been tied to Hailey. And I think if he divorces her, and they might not have an NDA, even when you have an NDA, you know, these days people still break that, and they claim that some sort of situations happened. You know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, if you know what I'm talking about. But I can't say it on YouTube, the word, but ABUSE. But I strongly feel like because so much is tied to her, his image is tied to her, he's known now as a married man, he's taken seriously as a married man, he wasn't taken seriously before. It's very hard for him to let go of the image of, you know, just in general, when you break up with somebody, it's hard to let go of the illusion. And I think everybody has hope versus, you know, hope, and then that hope becomes an illusion. And I think when you break up with somebody, you have to really acknowledge and come to terms with reality. And if you aren't with terms, you know, you can have hope for so long, but if the person stays the same, the person doesn't grow, if you're just incompatible people, it doesn't work. And I strongly feel like they are just incompatible people. So with the Empress, 8 of Wands, and 6 of Cups, I definitely see, and I've seen this before, I see another woman in the picture. I have for some time. I don't think he's going to act on it. I do think he has feelings for her. She's very inspiring. I don't think it's Selena, somebody new, somebody younger, that he gives advice to. I don't want to put out a name because some people tend to run with things too much, and I don't want any kind of backlash, not towards me, but towards that person. But I strongly feel like there is another person he gives advice to. She's younger. He's taken on like a mentor role to her, and he appreciates her a lot. And this relationship that he has with this person, it might not be romantic. And you know, some people consider it emotional cheating. I wouldn't necessarily consider it emotional cheating. Call it whatever you want to. But this relationship is giving him Strength of Cups, 9 of Cups, is helping him focus on himself. Especially when it comes to emotions. He's learning about himself emotionally through this relationship. And like I said, every relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whether it's business, every relationship has the potential to teach us about ourselves. It's just if we're willing to learn. So let's see career, because I see a lot of coin energy related to career. Let's see. Okay, so with his career, the World, Page of Cups, and 7 of Coins. So I see a lot of his dreams coming to fruition. You know, a lot of people, I picked this up with Zayn too, that he's going to branch off and do like more design, fashion design, stuff like that. He has that design company, right? It's called something Drew, I think. He's going to focus more on like clothing design, denim. I see denim. I see like fun colors, even this yellow chartreuse color, I see that being prominent. I see denim, I see blue, yellow, green, like primary colors. Yeah, primary colors, like fun primary colors. I think because, you know, primary colors might remind him of childhood, and you know, it's unfortunate, but a lot of his childhood was kind of, I don't want to say taken away from him, but he didn't really have a pure childhood. And that's something I'm very grateful for, how I grew up. You know, I used to be a model, and when I was actually a kid, fun story, I used to get scouted a lot when I was like 10, 11, 12, and my mother was very adamant that I had a proper childhood, and I'm very grateful for that, because I see a lot of people, I started modeling later, and I can't imagine being in that world around such toxicity. For the most part, it was very toxic. I learned a lot of lessons and when I modeled, but I can't imagine being a preteen and dealing with those kind of just critique, rejection, all that kind of stuff. It was a very tough time, you know. Even though I'm very grateful for it, because it taught me a lot. It taught me to be objective, and it taught me to not take rejection to heart. But yeah, I'm also remembering I was like 16 going to IMG models in London and like being rejected, going by myself, being rejected, and I was like, okay, well, I'm on to the next. I'm like, how did I? And as an adult, I'm like, how was I a teenager going to IMG models and then telling me like everything I need to hear? And I was like, okay. And I'm like, wow, I wish I still had that mentality, you know, which is something I'm trying to regain. And that's same thing with him, is that he's trying to regain some of his childhood. He's trying to, I think that's why he's so focused on primary colors, because it reminds him of purity, you know. So Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. I see definitely some movement with career. And by movement, I mean him taking the reins. I mean him. I know that there are people around him, you know, there's been a lot of conspiracies around him, working with certain people, not working with certain people, being happy with certain things, not being happy with certain things. But you'll see in the next 3 years, he's going to take more control of his career, his finances, and I see him leaving. Well, I see her leaving him, but him backing or withdrawing from her, spending more time with this other person that I see, and then ultimately her. But she hasn't pulled the plug because, like I said, some people are just okay. I'm not that kind of person. I suppose that's why after a year of a relationship not going well, I tend to, you know, do my own thing and be single and whatever. But some people can go for years. And I used to be like that a long time ago. I was in a relationship for years. I wasn't very happy. But some people, specifically certain sun signs and Venus signs, tend to stay in miserable situations just because they feel loyal to that relationship. And I see that with him and her. But her, she's more loyal to what she gets from it. Him, he's loyal to his vows and what he believed. Especially Sun and Pisces tend to be huge dreamers, you know. What they believe, they're like, I believe this. I thought they'd live in their heads a lot. Sometimes you have to ground yourself in reality. That's something that's been a huge part of my work lately, is the vision of what I thought that person would be versus what that person is. And are they? You know, if they're not, it's okay to distance yourself from them. And I know with marriage, it's deeper. But even so, I feel like each day is too wasted to spend around misery and unhappiness, you know. So I wish them all the best, and I wish Justin Bieber all the best. I love you all. I would love to have to say, take care.